Rise and grind. Battle rap is life. Salute to who my man right here. Who is this? Who is this? I think it's PSA. Salute to PSA Radio. That DNA Talk, man. Yeah, that's PSA. Go subscribe to PSA Radio.
Now, before I introduce this guest, man, I've been doing a show since 2014. I interviewed this brother only one time. This is like a bucket list to me. There's certain niggas you want to talk to on some bucket list shit. And yes, when legend niggas hit you up, be like, yo, fam, we need to have a conversation, my nigga. You can't say no, bro. Look at this motherfucker here, man. Legend, nigga. DNA, what's good, my nigga?
What's going on? What's going on? What's good?
What's good, my brother? How are you, man?
I'm good, man. First and foremost, I'm going to tell all the viewers, just like I'm going to tell you, I hope you getting money and drinking water. That's the new slogan, get money and drink water. So, I hope everybody...
That's what we doing? Get money and drink water like that?
Nah, you know why? Because it'd be like, I started trying to get to the root aside from the surface on why so many people be having bad energy towards people, and you'll never speak to this person, you have never seen them, and they just feel so like so much hostility and animosity. And then I said it's one of two factors: one, they not getting money, or two, they not drinking water. And what I mean by drinking water is like eat healthy, putting the right stuff in your body, feeling good about yourself, because if you don't feel good about yourself and you're not happy within yourself, you can't be happy for others. So that's the new model for all the haters, all the people that bring negative energy: get money and drink water.
So when you say that, right, because I'm seeing the back and forth with you and Mr. Captain Marketable. What's going on with you and Ava? What's the energy going on here, DNA?
Oh, I mean,
78% of the world lives paycheck to paycheck. Think about that for a minute. And over 75% carry debt.
Outside of this shit, I fuck with Verb. He's cool, but in this shit, I just don't think he just...
So I put him in the water. Drowned that nigga for his money. Hey, baby. Hey, babe. Right?
Fuck with me, and I feel like when Verb was battling active battle rappers, he was in a wheelchair. He was paralyzed, neck down. He was looking crazy. And then he took the two joints where, how I look at it, right? And I don't want to, because I know niggas take exactly what you're saying, quoted. I'm not going to sit here and say Mook and Lux is washed up, because them niggas both showed they can still get busy. So by all means, them niggas are still capable of killing a nigga on any given night. What I'm saying is that Verb is in the culture. So he knows certain things they don't know because they're not battling as much as him. So that's what
he's more active, right? Because he's more active, right?
Yeah, because he's more active. So I feel like that's what gave him the advantage in those battles, because he's doing things like he may know how to play to the crowd better. He may know how to get to the point faster in a room with more people, which all of that counts in these battles. So he looked, you know what I'm saying, majority, I would say, on both of them battles, or maybe with Lux it's 50-50, but with the Mook battle, people had him winning, or however, they had him faring better than they thought. So what I'm saying is that that's great and all. You accomplished that, you did that, but when it comes to niggas that's actively doing this shit, your record is not good. So my whole thing is that now that you did that, that's cool. Clearly the people are not satisfied, because as soon as I brought it up, you see everybody.
How A-Verb jump over DNA? How that happened? Just jump right over DNA. Give DNA that smoke.
He's in a frenzy, they want to see it. So my whole thing is, if you battle both of them, which is considered two people on Mount Rushmore, they put them in high regard, then either you ain't do what you're supposed to do, or people feel like you just wouldn't do that with me or with a bunch of other people that's out here doing it on the regular. So that's just what I'm trying to, figure out.
Are you shocked that you and Verb haven't battled? Like, there's certain people that I'm like, how come, like, for instance, DNA, I feel like, how come Hollow and Rex ain't never battled yet? How come Hollow and and Mook ain't battled yet. You and this nigga has not battled yet. You and Hitman have not battled yet. You got a lot of battles, but I feel a lot of you legend dudes haven't battled each other. You surprised you and Verb ain't get shaken yet?
I mean, I'm not surprised because I know things. I'm not surprised because I know things other people don't know. Like Verb, we were supposed to battle on RBE one, and me being like the stand-up nigga I am, I already had got a deposit from URL, so I wasn't going to just try to get some fast money and take the battle elsewhere. So I called URL and told them that, and that's why I didn't go down on RBE. And it was supposed to go down on URL like 3 or 4 times, but you know, according to them, now I don't. Maybe he has another story, but according to them, it was he was just trying to get up out of it.
Okay.
So I don't know.
So you running?
Something you want right now? Because you've been kind of laying low. You've been laying low for a while, not battling as frequently as you usually do. Is that something you want next?
I mean, yeah, that's definitely a battle that I would be interested in jumping back in to do next. But I felt like I needed to do that because I felt like what I was giving the game, and even for myself, like me stepping back and just coming to events, watching niggas battle and being a fan, that shit felt good because it takes off the pressure of you being on the card. And I feel like to the fans, now niggas is acting when it's DNA battling. So I said, oh, this is something new. I never in my career have I sat back and there's been an anticipation to see me get back in the ring. So as I seen that slowly growing, I just kept falling back until I felt like the situation was right to come back. And on another note, I felt like the last performance I gave on URL, it was one that I could just let rock.
Be Little in the building. What's going on, Be Little? What you think about what DNA saying? Verb versus DNA. Who you got? Because
it was like almost my best performance ever. So I don't need to come back unless I'm about to top that, which I plan to.
Right.
So that's why I'm chilling.
Why did you decide to chill though, DNA? Was it the fans or was something you were conscious of? How many battles you got? You're one of the most viewed battle rappers of all time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't really the fans, because I remember I was saying before, you know what I'm saying, y'all still watch.
You got DNA killing Verb. Explain yourself, sir. What's going on, Rico? Y'all like the video game? Get the notifications about it then. Who you got, Rico? DNA or Verb? Who you got?
To me, y'all still view me. Right. So as much as you say you don't want to see me, you still watching it. But it was more so like with me. I was comfortable with the performance with Mickey Facts to chill, and I was going to
2 Verbs, 1 DNA.
Chill, and I was going to come back on Resolution, which would have been like a 3-month break or whatever. But then, that whole situation happened with with URL, so then that prolonged that. And then after that happened, when we fixed the situation, I was just like, I'm going to just wait it out now until something that makes sense.
You're not very vocal on certain things. You're kind of like the laid-back guy compared to a lot of your colleagues and all that. When you had, talk about your discrepancies with URL, usually you don't do that. Was that, I don't want to say it wasn't real, but how real was that though?
Oh no, it was very real, but it was just to the point where I just felt like certain things that they weren't seeing from my eye, like from my point of view.
I think that would be a good battle. It all depends pretty much if Verb take him as serious as he took a Mook or a Lux. Now it's all up to DNA and how good he promote. I would think it's all up to DNA, how he promote. If he talking real crazy and spicy, put their resumes beside each other, prove that he's better than Verb, because DNA's ranked higher than A Verb. In rankings, I told you I go by my criteria and I got a system. So in the rankings, DNA is actually higher than A-Verb from his resume and things like that. And his wins and losses, resume, the opponents he faced, all types of things. So if Verb take him serious, that's the question. So a lot of people like to downplay DNA, but that's a plate for Verb. If they care anything about where they rank, you know what I'm saying?
Being brushed under the rug, and to me, it was like a serious thing. So in my mind, like I self-analyze. I'll be real. Like I know it's been times where my career wasn't in the best standings. I wasn't hot, so I took Press Mafia and Ill Will in a 2-week span to make niggas realize I still got it. I understand.
They asked me who I got on the Verb in the Lux battle. I watched the battle like 4 or 5 times already, and it's a tie. Battle, they both won the battle. But y'all don't like hearing that from me. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't like hearing that opinion, but I can explain why I got it like that, and that's what it is. That's what it is. And people gonna start stealing my lingo, of course. Of course. But they both won that battle. You know what I'm saying?
That. So when I put out the tweet was never.
You can't judge a battle off first watch. You can't do that. You can if you want to, but that's not giving them a fair shake. That's not giving the artist a fair shake. You gotta at least go back and try to catch the bars. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you gotta watch it 10 times, but you gotta get a better drift of it, because that first reaction is gonna throw you off a little bit. So watch the battle 2 or 3 times, judge it fairly on a scale, any type of ranking scale or rating scale with points or whatever you want to do. Judge it even for both of the people and watch it come out as a tie. Watch.
To elaborate on what the situation was. It was never to try to expose URL or do none of that. It was to show them that, I don't know, maybe
Verb edged that battle versus Lux. Alright. J Biz, what up, boy?
you guys, since we've been cool, or maybe because you think, you know, certain things have happened, oh, I'm not as hot as I was. I don't know what it is, but I can show you by me putting out this one tweet, I'm going to have the whole community in a frenzy, and that's what happened. Everybody was talking about it like, oh, why is DNA? And then after that, which I didn't want to do, but we figured it out after that, and then they understood exactly what I was saying. So we cleared it up.
Are you on PG shit happening?
I mean, I'm not gonna go into it, but you know, like niggas are boost niggas up and say all type of other shit, but then niggas know what I'm capable of. Like, no disrespect to Geezy, because you know he's champion of the year. He's talking crazy to niggas and all that, but it's different with me. And I think URL, they clearly understand that, and they know, all right, I'll put him on the sideline. So I mean, he keeps saying he's with the smoke. So I mean, whenever they ready, I'm ready. But you know, that's on them. You know, it started becoming now with the new guys. They put clauses in.
What y'all think about that, man? DNA versus you watching that at Gates of the Garden, 2-day card. I don't know. Get you with 3-0 DNA. Yeah, right. DNA get 3-0. When the last time DNA got 3-0? That's disrespectful. DNA versus Lux ain't come up in the conversation, so that goes to show who won Bird versus Lux. Nah, I ain't got nothing to do with it. He might not want to battle Bird. I mean, he don't want to battle Lux, probably. He still want to battle Bird. He gonna want to battle Bird regardless. But the Verb did win that battle though. He did. Lux won too though.
Contract that say we get you top tier battles, but not DNA with an asterisk next to it, because they know what I do to them. So you know.
I gotta throw. You know what, DNA? I was talking to John. I interviewed John last night. I said, "Yo, DNA is the peachy killer, but John is right behind you, DNA. He sit at the table with you, my nigga. Get the young niggas out of here, though."
I don't feel like when it comes to John, it's like John gave me that title because he's right. Like you said, you're right. He's letting me rock with it, because I feel like when I always break it down, I feel like he's the PG GOAT. Like he's the GOAT of the PGs. He's the nigga that reached the highest level from coming from the proving ground. So he's the nigga that sends them back. I'm just hired to do the job. It's worse with him because he was in that position. I was never a PG. So that's why I feel like he be killing them. He be killing them worse than me, because he knows exactly how it feels to be on that side, and he be sending them niggas right back. So yeah, I can't argue that.
Yeah, how long you been doing this now?
He was called over.
You said what?
He just said they supposed to battle like 5 times. He just said they supposed to battle like 5 times, so he been wanting to battle Bird.
What?
I heard the battle 3 times.
How long you been doing battle rap now?
Crazy. Yeah, they both definitely went crazy.
Right
Even
now,
the third round that people don't like, I still like that round.
camera, this is the 10th year.
God damn, my nigga. Do you ever reflect back to you?
No, for real, B-Littles. He said it. DNA said they supposed to battle like 5 times already. You know what I'm saying? In this interview right here.
Going up in front of Eminem, we all from that time now. You doing 2-on-2s and on grind time in this? You ever reflect back on your career? Well,
I mean, to a certain extent I do, but then I don't because I feel like when it's all said and done, or when I ventured out into something else, like permanently, I feel like I will, and it'll be more enjoyable then, and I'll really get to analyze everything that happened. But I feel like right now, I'm still reaching different levels. Like I'm getting better at every battle still. So I don't want to slow that progress down by looking at my accomplishments, starting to feel myself,
right.
Or I feel like that's what happened.
He did say that Bird been running from him. Actually, he said one of the times that he backed out of the battle because URL pretty much already gave him a deposit. So that in that instance, he ran from Bird. But I'm just saying that they been wanting to battle, where he been wanting to battle Bird. I don't know how much Bird want to battle him, you know what I'm saying? Everybody want to battle Bird since pretty much he came out. So I was just saying DNA really wanted to battle Verb no matter what. And he even said that they supposed to battle 5 times. That's what I'm saying. But not necessarily that Verb been running or nothing like that. I don't know. He probably don't want to battle DNA just like he didn't want to battle Cortez or somebody like that, you know what I'm saying? They put that stigma on these guys.
A lot of people, like when you start believing in your own hype, you don't give yourself a chance to get better because you're falling for what everybody else is falling for. So it happens. I say, wow. Sometimes I'll be like, oh, that's crazy. Like, and then I just keep it moving because I know it's still more work to be done. So,
my man, you've done music with Eric Sermon. You've done ESPN. You've done so much. Like, and I said this numerous times about you on this show because you get slighted sometimes. I feel sometimes, DNA, that the battle rap community is not going to put you on that status. And I hate to say this, unless something happens to you drastically, or like, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? And then niggas want to give you your flowers and say DNA was this. You get it now, of course. But my nigga, you've been doing this since what?
What's up, y'all? It's Saturday morning. Cartoons is on.
Wait a minute.
Yeah!
Oh.
18 years old? You've been watching you since 17, 18, my nigga.
Yeah, when I first battled Amzilla, I was 17, and then I turned 18 that year. So yeah.
And you in your late 20s now?
Yeah, I'm 28.
This nigga ain't even reached 30 yet. God damn.
Yeah.
So you're like fabulous. Ain't you a battle rap, the young OG? Would you consider yourself that?
Yeah, I would. I mean, because my age is still young, but the experience is like no other, especially with having all them battles that I had. So yeah.
Wow, man. You still love this shit?
Of course. I mean, that's why I'm entertaining the whole, getting into it with Verb or battling GT or whoever else, King Los, whoever else is going to be. Because, I mean, those are battles that I feel like will push me to some place that people haven't seen, which is what I'm trying to do. Like, every battle I'm trying to, at this point, I'm not just trying to take a battle for the bread because I did that already. So now, it got to be a level up from the last thing they seen. The last thing they seen was Mickey Sacks. I'm trying to level up higher than that the next one, and then keep going.
NWX right together. We need proof, J-Biz. We need proof. Where's your proof? It's in the style. Right.
Going, and then when I feel like I can't no more, then I'm out. But I know I can. So that's why it's still more people for me to show y'all that.
Can you explain to me and the listeners, DNA, when I put this out, we don't understand. We love you guys as battle rappers. You guys done a lot for us for the coach. You done a lot for my show, recapping your battles throughout the years. But for you to be in this game that long and watch guys come and go, I'm not gonna say nobody's names. We've seen niggas come and go in this culture DNA. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I'll say some names. M City, a lot of niggas, J Rel. I listen, go on and on.
Mm-hmm.
How hard it is to stay relevant and reinvent yourself?
I mean, you gotta have some type of dedication to want to do it, and you also gotta be real with yourself. Like, it sounds cliche and like, oh, that's some wild, simple ass analogy, but that's the best thing you can say, because a lot of people in life are not real with themselves. A lot of people go to the club and spend money that they know they don't have, that they know they're going to be late on their bills. That's not being real with yourself. So a lot of niggas won't tell themselves, yo, I'm not hot right now. Niggas is not checking for me right now. I need to fix this. Niggas would be like, niggas is hating, niggas ain't fucking with me, niggas is this, niggas is that. And then nobody ever takes the responsibility to say, yo, I need to figure out how to make this shit work. This shit is not working. Like me, even with my delivery and my flow and the punchlines, I felt like being on the big stage, it stagnated my delivery. That's why I was like mad drawn out before. I take mad long to get to the point. And then I switched it to the rapping. And then the rapping shit.
DNA can't talk gangster stuff to nobody, but he still manages to get out of there. I don't think that gangster talk stuff gonna work on DNA. I mean, it's gonna work. It's gonna work because it's Geechee Gotti and it always work. But I'm saying it's not gonna work more effectively on DNA. No, DNA is actually gonna combat it better than most people because he's seasoned. He already know people talk like that to him already.
I felt like then it was at some certain point it was.
He gonna keep it battle rap. You know what I'm saying? He know how to keep it in the rim battle rap when he's battling. Like, some people know how to take it there with him, but for the most part, nah.
Too uncontrollable. It was too fast. And now, in the Mickey Fact battle, that was the first battle I got to display it where I was able to do both. And the balance was like why it was my best performance, because I was switching out of so many pockets and cadences and all of that. But that'll never happen if I wasn't real with myself to say, all right, this still needs work, or this could be fixed. This needs to be fixed. Niggas just they start believing in their own hype. And then when the hype goes away, niggas is lost. Because niggas be looking at battle fans or the culture as their friend. That be the problem with the new niggas. They look at the culture as their friend. It's not your friend. It's just, what are you doing for me lately? Are you feeding me? All right, I'll fuck with you. Oh, you slipped up, you trash, you whack. And then them niggas don't know how to process that and take that because they not used to it. That's why I don't get caught in it. I know today y'all can love me, tomorrow y'all can say y'all don't want to see me, and the next day y'all can be asking me when's my next battle. So,
but DNA, isn't that experience also something that you?
That's a fact. DNA definitely know how to win battles. That's a plate for anybody going against DNA. DNA is number one in the rankings. DNA is number one right now in the top 100 rankings. Oh, he likes DNA. He's being deemed. All right. If you've been following me for at least 2 years, you know DNA has not always been there. But Tay-Rock lost the spot due to his last couple of battles due to the consensus. And things got switched around. Charlie Clips and whoever else was on the top right there. Their spot moved around, and DNA's points end up at the top. I was surprised myself. I told you I put him in the system, and then when he come out, it is what it is. And DNA's definitely on top, and he's ranked number one right now. So it's a plate for anybody.
Man, a lot of you guys, Cal, Surf, had to go through experience-wise, go through the ups and downs.
We could break it down, J-Biz. You always wrong. We're gonna break down whatever you want to do, man. We could just go by resume and wins and losses. We could go by that, and we're not gonna count nobody that's not in the top 50.
Of the fans, like you might at first you might not get love right now. Would you be Surf? When you 3-0 Surf, and Surf is my guy. You 3-0 Surf, and you get a win like that, and you're online and people saying you won that battle clearly, this, that, and the third. And then you get love. Did you obviously as a battle rapper, it is overwhelming. It's a good feeling when you get a love. But did you ever get gas in your career that you felt maybe I'm getting a little gas here?
In my career, yeah, I mean, yeah, hell yeah. I couldn't pinpoint when, but yeah, it's been moments where I got gas and I had to learn. But the only thing that I be saying with the new guys is that they don't be wanting to listen. It's like, all right, and no disrespect when I'm saying this, except for battle guys.
Okay.
Like it's like when you have a kid and you tell your kid, yo, the stove is hot, and 9 times out of 10 your kid has to touch the stove to find out that it's hot. That's what these niggas is doing. We arguing with them. We're coming at them, but what I always tell niggas is even through hate and criticism, there's always a message in it that you get.
You want to do it? You want to go? You want to do their resume? What you want to do, man? Y'all want to talk? I want to actually prove to y'all what I'm talking about. I want to just say stuff. DNA's over K-Shine when it comes to ranking. And like I said, all you got to do is the opponents they face, who they face, when they face those opponents, and pretty much the opponent itself, the resume itself. That's it. We're gonna start there, and then all you gotta do is break it down. Let's see. Say all of them is 20, and start them all on the same level too, and then see for yourself. And that's just one part of the rankings what we do. So it's like, come on, man, what you want to do? And you can give K-Shine wins and losses that we go by the resume with your resume. I'm gonna go by how you think K-Shine won and lost each battle.
Take something from
You don't want to do that, man.
which is truthful. So they're missing the message. The message that every top tier says is, yo, when you get on that.
It don't work like that. It don't work like if somebody beats somebody, then they rank higher. Because Gems beat A-Verb, so Gems should be ranked higher than A-Verb. By that freaking knowledge, it don't sound, no. First of all, that was a while ago. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little bit of a while ago, and it doesn't work like that. Just
stage, it ain't gonna be what you think. When you go
if it work, it just, I don't know how to explain it. You should know why it don't work like that.
in front of this crowd, it ain't gonna be like when you battled on band or when you battled in a room full of 300 and they all say the same thing. Nigga, what? I go on stage and die, nigga, and they act arrogant about it instead of paying attention and doing it. And then 8 out of 10 of them they fail. And then it's the two that probably acted like they didn't listen to what we said, but they did, and that's why it worked. Like niggas be giving them niggas game, and they just chalk it up like, oh, these vets think they this, and we gonna kill them, and then. Nigga, almost every one of them, like it's an 80% rate that them niggas just get smoked because they don't be following it. They be thinking it's the same thing, or they think that the same people, when it's 20 people.
Let me explain further. If a guy is 17th and a guy is 16th and they battle each other, 9 times out of 10, the person's gonna go over him or they're gonna change spots. So I understand what you're trying to say, but just because overall somebody beats somebody don't mean they automatically rank higher. That's what I'm saying. I think you caught that. I don't know.
In a room and 10 of them niggas is your friends. They think that shit is the same thing as 2000, and it's about 5 people that actually came to see you and are fans, and everybody else there just wants you to impress them. Then it becomes a lot more difficult.
How important it is for a battle rapper? When I think of guys who passports must be stamped heavy in battle rap, you and Arsenal come to my mind first. How important it is for guys to take their talent on the road? Because that was my thing with Lux. As much as we respect Lux and how dope Lux was, I was worrying about how receptive they would be for him in Houston because this was Lux's first road game. How important is it for you guys to be on the road and travel different places? You're a guy that's battled grind time. You battled every fucking league, my nigga, to the point where King of the Dot had you on speed dial to battle niggas and shit. How important it is for guys like, because Jack Boy's only battle, I don't know if he felt banned or if he got from banned was going to pan out in Nome. Was he not ready for that stage, DNA? In your opinion?
The first question, when you said how important it is to be on the road, I think it's extremely important because you got to be able to make people cheer that don't know you, that don't look the same as you, that don't talk the same as you. Once you're able to do that, I feel like it puts you in a different bracket than a lot of other people because that's way more challenging. So that's why I was happy that I got to go to Don't Flop before, which is London before everybody else, and Australia and Canada and all the grind time. Because even though grind time was in New York, it's a whole different
When
order.
it comes to the rankings, he don't get points, that many points when he battles off these off brand stages. He don't get as many points as he will get battling somebody that's already in the top 100. You know what I'm saying? Or the top 50. You don't get many points. But if he 3-0 some of these off-brand dudes, yeah, you get points for 3-0s for sure. We figured that out at least 6 years ago. Like, you definitely gonna get points. All battles count. 3-round battles, they count. But, you know what I'm saying? Not as much. You know what I'm saying? He 3-0 DNA, and he had tougher opponents after K-Shine stopped been rising since. Oh yeah, K-Shine's definitely K-Shine is fire. K-Shine is ranked high now. He's in the top 10, so I'm not hating on K-Shine. I'm just saying he's not where DNA at. In terms of rankings. Y'all. Fire Battle Day, he was the runner up for K, the champion of the year. Right. Oh yeah, K-Shine's problem. Geechee ranked is 50. Nah, Geechee's ranked, he definitely moving down. Or moving up, however you want to say. He's definitely moving up the rankings. Fast, too. And he got battles out that haven't dropped, and we haven't did the consensus for it. Geechee moving, man. Geechee definitely moving. Not too long ago, Geechee Gotti was like in the 80s, 90s. Not too long ago. It was crazy.
Than it is with URL. So then once you're able to attack all audiences, I feel like you're way more dangerous because you have way more, no pun intended.
And they giving him plates. So it's like, I got to keep it fair for him like anybody else. So the plates that they giving him, he's standing in front of freaking Arsenal and freaking like these type of dudes, like that's ranked top 50. So he's getting pushed up fast and he's doing a good job too. A lot of the consensus is even giving him some of the wins. They even giving him wins. A lot of wins. So it's like, dang. I go by the consensus, so it's not my own opinion. It's everybody in majority rules. So if people saying it's majority, he 2-1 somebody, what can I say? I can't say it's a popularity contest. He ain't got as much fans as these people he battling. No. So it's like, I don't know. It's crazy.
Awesome. Now with Lux, I don't think Lux wasn't ready. I feel like Lux got to change his style. I feel like the things he's saying, like, it's crazy. He's still lyrical. He's still saying witty shit. He still got metaphors. He's still getting busy. But if the style is not appealing, like, it stopped being.
He ain't lost since the PGs. I don't know. I could beg the difference. You know, a couple people beat him. Last year in itself, he lost 4 times to me. You know what I'm saying? Debatable losses. If you've been following me, you know how I say they debatable, but it's a debatable win or it's a debatable loss. So he got a lot of debatable losses last year. So, but he does good in all his battles. Most of his battles. Yeah, all his battles.
Appealing like a little after the Hollow battle. And I think you just got to find a new way to deliver it or put it out there. And then on the big stage, get to the point faster. And
he lost the T-Top too, right? Then he battled T-Top. He lost him. I forget who else he battled. He lost to what's your boy in the West Coast? He lost to a West Coast nigga. What's the light skin dude? I think his name is Smooth, Cali Smooth or something like that. He lost that battle. He lost that battle. That's 3 battles right there, and then he lost. Where's debatable losses? Like I said, it's not clear. He's not clearly losing, but he's losing. You know what I'm saying? I forget the last battle. I think it's K-Shine.
Stronger points hit faster than they hitting. Because I feel like if you take that same material and him and Verb battled in Smack volume, I feel like it would be a totally different battle. But on that,
you know what, DNA? I can agree with that. I agree with you. Yeah, I'm sorry. I apologize. Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah. So I feel like for the big stage, he has the.
He beat Cali and T-Top. Never. Didn't he choke in that Cali battle?
Figure out how to cater to that crowd, because that's all it was in the battle. And like, people can say as much as they want, the crowd don't matter. It plays a big part. So if you don't have the crowd on your side fully, or you're not drawing the crowd like to be intrigued with you, or the viewers when they watching it, then you got to go back to the drawing board, because that's at some point of it we do it.
Food coloring is not fake blood though.
For ourselves, because at once it was therapeutic.
I'm just saying.
To get your name out there, or whatever you was going through, music was an outlet, but now it became a job. So the job is to entertain. So if people are not entertained, you got to find out what way can you switch it up to be entertaining. And I think that
You used to be in movies. I don't believe you. I need proof. How far back in movies history you got to go when they was using food coloring as blood? Come on, man. Give me a break.
that's the only problem. Because when
Google it. Nah, I'm good. I'm pretty sure I'm smart enough to know.
This early. Ew.
It's JV. I'm pretty sure. They won't use food coloring, homie.
the rapper, when I'm listening to the stuff he's saying, he's still saying crazy shit. So
Happy Friday.
Catch up. That's a long time ago you're talking about.
I think it's his pen. I think it's
Nobody uses
how he's
ketchup.
delivering it, and I think it's like little things like
blood
battling more, being in front of different type of audiences, knowing, because this is my thing. Like the level I went to Mickey Facts, I don't feel like I would be able to go to that level, one, without him being my opponent, because he pushed me there. Shout out to him for that. And two, without it being in a small room, because I just feel like certain type of lines are not going to resonate on a big stage. Those are not big stage lines. And I think some battlers don't separate the two. Like the same way I battle somebody in a small room won't be how I battle them on a big room.
When you battle Danger Zone.
Yeah. Yeah, the way I
thought you was phenomenal against Danger Zone. Phenomenal.
Yeah, I wouldn't approach them like that if it was a big stage. Same thing with Mickey. It would be two totally different battles, because it's like the writing, I feel like on a big stage, you can have like sneaky lines.
You took a film class in school. What is that? What they teach you in that film class?
You use fake blood.
They taught you, like, what was the first movie they used food coloring as blood? Or did they still use food coloring as blood? What are you trying to tell me, man? I don't care about your class, your film class. What they teach you?
But even rum, I feel like
I did pranks before. You know what I do when I was young? I used to go to the store and buy fake blood. They have it. They have fake blood. It's just like real blood. And it's not food color. And it's definitely not ketchup. I should have looked at the ingredients, but I didn't. What's going on?
Corn syrup. Good boy.
We used to make commercials and market it. It's food color. Right. I don't think so. Man. What's going on, J Life? How you feeling, man? Wake and bake, rise and grind, battle rap his life.
somebody like Rum Nitty's a little more intricate in a small room than he is on a big stage. Or you know what it is? It's more of bars that you could catch on the spot on a big stage.
Yes.
He sneaks
Yes.
complex ones in. But in the small room, it'd be more complex ones. Like, you got to figure that out, because it's not the same audience. It's 2,000 people that want to be amazed instantly.
J Life, who you got, man? DNA versus Averb and DNA versus Geechee Gotti. Go.
And like the name, like, it's so crazy how the mental works. The name would just make your whole mind change. When you think of smack volume, you think of a small setting. Niggas going bar for bar. So your mind is triggered to catch all the intricate lines. But as soon as you hear Noma Summer Madness, your mind is just on who's going to be the best performer. So it's like
what do you prefer, small rooms or big rooms?
DNA versus Sue Surf Part 2. Yeah, I can't wait till they start battling each other more than once. Verb being hot, so you gonna get at the Verb, huh?
For the small room. Now, like as battle rap changed and evolved, if it wasn't for the bread, I'd battle in the small room every time. But at the same, like I would pick that over the big stage. But I feel like the big stage is necessary because it's like a concert. And then like that feeling I had when I battled Ill Will, or even at first against JC, or even like the rebuttal with Twerk in those type of rooms, like you don't get that in the smack line. So I feel like both is.
All right, guys, I'm in my super sick car and I'm at my super sick mansion, and then, oh wait.
We don't care.
Necessary, but as a rapper, I would prefer the small room because I feel like that's where you get to really show. Like I felt like me versus Mickey Fax in a big stage, it wouldn't have got the response he got in the small room because it still would have been, oh, DNA caters to the crowd, or he had the better performance. In the small room, it was like, that's why I wanted to do it there, because it's like, yo, if I can hang in here with somebody on this lyrical caliber.
I want to see Surf versus Lux, but Surf versus Verb, they battled already before, but they was just playing around. I want to see it on the URL stage. That'd be fire. Surf or Smoke, Verb.
I know I'm straight. So that's all I be trying to do is just test where I'm at with it.
How do you call Lux and Verb? How do you call that battle, DNA?
I think it's a preference battle, 2-1 even way. When I was in the building, I was leaning towards Verb. Watching it, I could see how people say Lux, but like off of minor things, I might give the edge to Verb. But it could really go either way. Because I feel like Verb was like having wild dry spots too. He wasn't getting.
See how he said either way? It can go either way. They both won the battle. When you watch it more than 3 times or 3 or more times, the battle is debatable.
I don't know.
So to me, that's they both won.
That late Saints.
First round, yeah, the first round, yeah.
Yeah, like I talked to him, and when I spoke to him the night before, and he was like, no, 2 nights before. I spoke to him on that Thursday, and the way he was talking, I'm like, oh, all right, it might be a problem because Verb is talking like he about to get to the point, like ASAP. And then when I was there in the building, I'm like, yo, this first round is kind of slow. Like, where we going? So that's why I'm like, I feel like they both have some spots where they point faster and just been way more attacking, but it still turned out all right though.
This is how I look at DNA. You started battle rapping at 18, so that tells me you've been writing bars. Was it junior high school, middle school, or 9th grade? Is it safe to say that?
Yeah, I was writing rhymes since like 11.
Damn. What made you start to want to write rhymes? Or was it on beats, or was it like a cappella, or just writing on paper and just splitting the raps to the homies on the block in Queens?
Nah. What happened was, rest in peace to my uncle. He was selling DVDs and CDs, and he had came to my crib with a Lloyd Banks freestyle mixtape, and it had like all them classic freestyles, Victory.
Oh, this nigga's talking that G-Unit era shit. Go ahead, DNA. Talk that G-Unit era shit. Lyrical exercise, all them shit. And when I heard it, I was like, yo, this shit is crazy. Like, what is, because when I used to hear rap, I heard Biggie and I was like, his flow is crazy. And then Pop, like, you know, by 11, I kind of understood like what he was doing, being conceptual. So I was like, that's hot. But like hearing punchlines back to back, I'm like, yo, I never heard nobody, because I wasn't really into rap like that. I would just hear what's on the radio. So when I heard that, I'm like, oh, this is what people like. This is how people rap. So I started spitting the verse to everybody in my neighborhood, acting like it was me. And then the shit played on the radio, and niggas was looking at me crazy, like, that's not you, that's Bink.
Really mean that. corny when he was young, huh?
Because I guess at that time the verse it really wasn't popular. It was underground. And then after that, when everybody was laughing, then I started rhyming myself because I felt like I was back into a corner. Niggas was like, yo, that wasn't you. You can't really rap. And then I started freestyling. And then I didn't write my first rhyme on paper until like 14. So from 11 to 14, I used to just freestyle all the time. I freestyle about everything down the street, everything on the block. People would throw word. Yeah, so that's why I became good at that first. And then I started learning how to write after. And then after I got put on the G Unit, then when I started telling people Lloyd Banks is the greatest rapper ever, then it was mad old niggas like, nah, you ain't hear Jadakiss, you ain't hear Fabulous, you ain't hear Lord.
That's me talking to DNA. That's me talking to DNA.
So then niggas started bringing me back, and I'm like, yo, I missed out on all of this shit. So yeah, that's how it started. And then I had my first real battle like at 13.
Wow, this nigga battling at 13.
Yeah.
Against who though? Was somebody on the block? Is it in school? What was it? After school, we was getting the playground. What was it?
Nah, I was on my block. Like I lived in Queens, so on my block, during the summer, everybody used to be outside. So we was playing basketball up the block, and my man, his name was Mark. He was.
So Lloyd Banks, huh? So that's where you steal all your bars from, right? We on to you, DNA.
Like he's like, yo, DNA, come down the block. So I'm not knowing what's going on. They got the pump down the block. I'm thinking niggas is just getting, the water's on. So when I walk down the block, it's like a whole crowd. And I still talk to the dude now. I actually put him on my Instagram recently. His name is Young Don. He was like 18 at the time. So they was like, yo, niggas told me you could rap. You trying to battle? So I'm like, all right. So we started battling. And he ran like how niggas in Harlem would say that was the rules. That was exactly the rules. Like he ran out of rhymes, and because I could freestyle, I wound up beating him because I just kept going.
Wow, damn.
Yeah, and then I battled him, and then after that, I started going on the spree. Then I battled 2 other people the next day, and I won.
I wonder how DNA freestyled back then when he was 13, because we heard DNA's freestyles at 19 and 20. That nigga at 13 was like, this is crazy. Something, something, something. This is crazy. Something. He probably said, this is crazy every 2 bars. If that nigga picked the machete, if this nigga shot a machete at 19, what the heck was he doing at 13? This nigga was shooting tabers at people. This nigga won't freestyle. This nigga was doing everything. That's crazy. Nah, man.
And then I wound up battling Young Don again, and I lost. But the first time I ever really lost a battle, it was this dude from Grind Time. I still talk to him now too. His name was Child. I don't know if you heard that name before.
I don't think and that battle's not online either, is it? That wasn't Grind Time New York, was it?
No. But he wound up going to Grind Time before me. He actually was supposed to battle Conceited. If you watch Immaculate, he'd be like, they say I skipped Child's pussy, I wasn't in town. That's what he's talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how did you get introduced to Grind Time New York? How did that pop off for you? Or was it Eminem shit first?
No. Grind Time was first. So this is what happened. I battled the dude Childs, and at the time I used to just battle freestyling. Like I wouldn't I wouldn't do no pre-meds. I would just freestyle straight off the top because I felt like that's the rules. And he was throwing pre-meds in with
this nigga something.
the freestyle. So he wowed on me. So after that, I stayed in contact with him. I was talking to him, and then I seen him on the Grind Time joint in Florida. And I hit him. I'm like, yo, what's this? Like, 'cause remember, at this time, Autumn Battles was going to World Star. So I was just on World Stars, and I seen him. I'm like, yo, how you get in that Grind Time shit? And he told me, like, yo, hit such and such up, hit the league up. So I hit up Rest in Peace to Pumpkinhead. I reached out to him on MySpace.
R.I.P.
And he was like, yo, send me some footage. I sent PH some footage. He hit me back with a tryout date and a time. And he said, your opponent was Am Villa. So I went to the battle with Amzilla, and now you got to think, right? Mind you, this is how my mom works. So I told you last time I had really battled, I was freestyling the whole battle. So now when I battled Amzilla like 4 years later, I'm like, yo, I'm not going to freestyle because this nigga had pre-meds last time, and I don't want to, you know what I'm saying, go there freestyling, and then the nigga does the same thing. So I'm writing. I got 3 written rounds. I stick to the written, and you already know what happens. Amzilla comes freestyling with pre-meds, so he winds up. So now I'm like, damn, the shit that I used to do, now I'm not doing, and this nigga winds up edging me because it was judged. So he edged me. Iron Solomon was a judge, Cortez was a judge, Swave Seville was a judge, and I believe Sarah Connor. And they both was like, even though we edged to Amzilla, DNA is so fire that they both made it to grind time. And then that's how I made it.
I remember that infamous freestyle. It was you, Hollow, I want to say Amzilla and Newborn, right? Cortez, he was freestyling. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Right.
Hollow battled Amzilla too, right?
Yeah, he battled Amzilla in the Mob Deep studios for the bread. He beat him. Yeah.
Wow. So how did you get to the Eminem joint?
Oh, I got to the Eminem joint because how did I get to the Eminem?
Salute to DNA. Salute to the gang. Gotta go to work, man. Catch y'all at the work. Mike Wavy TV. Use your power, J-Biz. Hey, where's Pancake Guy? I got beef with Pancake Guy. I forgot about that. Y'all don't let me forget that it's on and popping with me and Pancake Guy. Don't let me forget. On site, whenever y'all see Pancake Guy, shoot him. Shoot him. Headshot. 300 seconds. Put him in timeout. Back to back. 600 seconds. Stop playing with me, Pancake Guy. Don't you ever ego. He not good in these streets. I'm telling you something I know. Salute to the game, man. Battle Rappers Life. I see everything. Y'all stay on your A game, man. Holla at me. Join the Discord, man. Talk to me. Holla at me.